atua ke konei mātua e mihi aka whetai ki a koe. Tukuna mai ana tēnei tāhutanga pai o tēnei rā. Ko koe tēnā te timatanga me te hakamutunga o ngā mea katoa. Nā reira ke konei mātua i tēnei wā, i te mihi mahana ki tā tātou kaupapa i tēnei wā, e haka whetai ki a koe arahingia i tā mātou kōrero, i tā mātou kaupapa, me tā mātou whānau e haere mai aka nei rā ki te tautoko. Nā reira mihi aka nei rā ki a koe mō tēnā, i roti tō tātou ariki. Tuturu haka maua kia tīna, haumi e hui e. Ai, e noho, please sit. Ai, te mea tutahi māku e mihi nei rā ki tō tātou matunu i te rangi, ko ia te timatatanga me te hakamutunga o ngā mea katoa. Nā reira e tika ana, e mihi aka nei rā ki o tātou ngā tini aitua, ngā tini mate, e hinga mai nei hinga atu. Nā reira ka mihi nei rā ki a koutou, tō koutou haere ngā ki te kāinga hakamutunga, ki te kāinga mutunga mō tātou mō te tangata. Haere ki te hononga ki a rātou mā ngā tūpuna mātua, e rungi te aroha, nā reira haere, haere, haere. Nā reira e tū aka nei, te mihi aka nei rā ki a koutou, e ngā mana i ngā reo, koutou i ngā rangatira, koutou i ngā mātua, ngā whaia, i hare mai aka nei rā ki te tautoko ake tēnei kaupapa rangatira mō tā tātou ngā kōhine o tēnei kura. Nā reira piki mai rā kake mai, nau mai, haere mai ki te whenua, haere mai rā koutou ki ngā maunga me tā tātou te moana nei o tāmaki makaurau, ka hari ake te ngā kouko tai mai koutou. Nā reira piki mai, kake mai, nau mai, hara mai. Nā reira, e mihi aka nei rā ki a koutou i ngā manuhiri rangatira. Kei mua i a mātou, me tā tātou ngā manuhiri, kei muri i au, te mihi aka nei rā ki a koutou. Hara mai, nau mai, hara mai ki te tautoko tēnei, te karanga tātou kaupapa rangatira. Tēnā koutou, nau mai, hara mai. Nā reira pauhi hiri paurarama ti ahui roto te ahui waho. Tēnā te pau kei a tātou te pau o te reo, te pau o te wānanga, e rongo whakaerea ki a tīna, tīna, haumi e hui e, tāi ki e. Kia ora mai tātou katoa. E noho.
Oh tēnā tātou katoa. Kua whakarauika mai I raro I te tuanui o tō tātou whare, ki te whakanui I wā tātou kōhine I tēnei rā nui whakaharahara. Ko Tāhei Simpson tōku ingoa, kua hau te heamana o te puari o te kura tuarua o ngā taitamāhine o maunga whau. Ko kuka rangaranga maunga, ko hikurangi, ka heke kia pūtauaki, I tipu ake au I mauao, kātahi ka noho ki te pūtake o maunga whau. My name is Tāhei Simpson and I'm the board chair of Epsom Girls Grammar School. It brings me great pleasure to address you all on behalf of the board of Epsom Girls Grammar School. And it certainly has been a year. Term 1 had barely started when the heavens opened and served us with floods of biblical proportions. The Ministry of Education ordered schools to close, so once again we went online and the mopping up began. It was disruptive for all of our families, including our students at Epsom House. Lives were endangered as streets turned into rivers. In commuter gridlock, homes were devastated and we waited anxiously to return. And return we did. And our students were able to participate in the many academic and co-curricular activities EGS is known to offer and excel in, both nationally and internationally, in a tradition we continue to be proud of. But the disruptions were not over. Our teachers endured many weeks of employment negotiations before an agreement was reached, and there is still much more that can be done to recognise the value of our educators. So it was with delight to see that Epsom Girls Grammar School was the sole girls' school in New Zealand with award recipients in both the Top Scholar and the Outstanding Scholar categories of the 2022 New Zealand Scholarship Examinations. Congratulations to our students past and present, and again, the wonderful teachers that made it possible. The Education Review Office completed an evaluation of the school. The ERO has a new focus working in partnership with schools, collaborating in support of equitable and excellent outcomes for all learners. And we were lucky enough to host an international delegation for the FIFA Women's World Cup, which was only fitting as the College Sport Premier League winners for 2023. The Old Girls Association acknowledged 4 new honorary members, long-serving staff members Janet Davis, Susan John, Meg MacDonald and Philippa Wright, and Letitia Issa was welcomed as the incoming president. We honoured 3 distinguished alumnae and Founders Award recipients for their outstanding achievements. Dr. Eve de Castro Robinson for outstanding achievement in music composition, Michelle Hooper, member of the New Zealand Order of Merit for outstanding achievement in sports leadership, and Dr. Jane Calderwood Norton for outstanding achievement in law and human rights. Then I made an announcement to our community that Lorraine Pound would be concluding her term as principal at the end of the year. We have been so privileged to have had Lorraine as one of our many guardians here at EGS, and we're grateful for these last 8 years as principal, 6 years prior to that as deputy principal and as head of department history when she was at the school from 1994 to 1999. In her first 4 years, from 2016, the school had a large work plan. Various teams worked on different parts of this work plan, including the centenary, 10 events in 5 days in April 2017, which was the result of 5 years planning by Centenary Committee, the Old Girls Association and the school, the Restorative Implementation Group, the embedding of restorative practice introduced in 2015, flexible learning environment development, major refurbishment of L Block into the Judith Potter Centre, Master Plan refresh 2017, ahead of the new strategic plan formulated late 2018 for 2019 to 21. A new uniform. A new school website. Changed look and feel to communications and publications. Development of a second pod, Manuka, at Epsom House. First one opened in 2016. ACOS, the Auckland Central Community of Schools, Kahui Ako, first year, 2016. ALICE, Age and Languages in Schools Participation and Coordination. NZQA trials and pilots, including digital trials. We're now one of the biggest digital exam centres. Junior curriculum group towards establishment of a 3-year foundational learning journey, years 9 to 11, full qualification years 12 and 13, a 2-year exit qualification. Changes to reporting, 2014, 2021, and modified Year 11 program, not a full Level 1 NCEA certificate program from 2020. Then from 2020, Lorraine led the school through many challenges that COVID-19 represented and was able to mobilise classrooms into online learning while keeping the big picture front and centre and moving forward on the vision. The legacy Lorraine leaves behind is one that the community can be proud of and is a testament to her outstanding leadership and commitment to excellence in girls' education. She will be missed, and the board is indebted to her magnificent contribution. Thank you, Lorraine. And just while I'm here, I just wanted to introduce you to the board members who are here. Would you mind standing? Board members? So these are your board members. We've got Tovia, Michael, Tui, and another Michael, Rachel, Charlotte, and Jasmine at the back there. Thank you all. And finally, after the board appointed me as the first Māori woman, old girl, to the role of board chair last year, EGS has once again made history by appointing its first principal of Samoan descent, Brenda Whaalongo McNaughton. Brenda will be only the 12th leader at EGS in its 107-year history. And as with those before her, Brenda embodies the school values of courage, compassion, curiosity, and community in every way, and we're looking forward to welcoming her in the new year. Mā te huruhuru, ka rere te manu, adorn the bird with feathers to enable it to fly, per Angusta ad Augusta.
Ina mana, ina reo, tēnā koutou. Tēnei te mihi mai o hā kia koutou, no mai, piki mai, kake mai, aroha mai. Tēnā koutou, tēnā tātou katoa. Tāhei, Richard, board members, invited guests, parents and caregivers, staff and students, it gives me great pleasure to address you today at the Senior Prizegiving. Thank you, Tahe, for your kind words, and it has been a privilege to lead this fine school. As Tahe said, we had a large work plan in those first 4 years, and then, of course, COVID-19 and the various requirements on schools has been a major presence since 2020. I've said it before, and I want to say it again today, the way that students and staff have worked together through the major disruptions of the pandemic has been outstanding over a period really of 4 years now. Thinking about my involvement beyond the school, I've especially enjoyed being a member of a project that has replaced the decile system in New Zealand with the Equity Index, a project for which the organisers received a Public Service Award. I want to turn now to long-serving staff who we are farewelling. Firstly, I would like to acknowledge the service of Mrs. Susan John, who left at the end of Term 1 after 14 years of service to the school as Head of Department Physics and then additionally as Learning Area Director of the Sciences. At an earlier time, Susan had also been at the school as a physics teacher. Susan was involved with NZQA over an extended period due to her high levels of skill in physics teaching, learning and assessment. Generations of students remember Susan's classes, resources, revision guides and tutorial sessions. Susan also made a significant contribution to the professional development of physics teachers across the country over 2 decades. Second person I would like to acknowledge is Ms. Chantelle Fisher, Head of Department Health. Chantelle has been at the school for 15 years, and as well as running the health department, she has also been an ACOS in-school leader since 2017. And in this role, Chantelle has provided professional development for staff in the area of wellbeing and mindfulness for tutor times and in subject classrooms. Chantelle has been a Year 10 Camp Steady supporter, and her enthusiasm for health education, as well as her undoubted skill in this area, has benefited many generations of Epsom students. The third person to acknowledge today is Ms. Helen Swift, who has been a member of the Sciences Learning Area, full-time and part-time, for a period of service of 22 years. Helen was also a PPTA branch secretary over a number of years, and she was the staff representative on the board for 3 years. Helen's students have always appreciated her care and concern, as well as her expertise in science, chemistry and biology. Helen has been a collaborative member of the sciences and biology teams and a valued group leader of the Samoa medical experience trips. And the fourth person that I would like to acknowledge today, and we have Mrs. Bev Rennie sitting up on the stage with us today. I remember the day that Bev started at the school, and she has now completed 25 years of dedicated service to the school, with the last 15 years being devoted to being personal assistant to the deputy principals and taking up relief administration over the last 6 years. Bev is the go-to person in the school. If someone needs to find out something, the call goes out. Ask Bev, she'll know. Bev's patience, kindness and concern are qualities that staff appreciate deeply, whether it be in the relief context or the myriad of other contexts that Bev has been involved with over the years. Bev has also been a wonderful Pacifica student mentor and for many years a valued member of the Stage Challenge Show Quest team. Let's join together now in thanking Susan, Chantelle, Helen and Bev for their outstanding service to Epsom Girls Grammar School. This year has been one of very high levels of achievement in a wide range of co-curricular activities, and now the Senior Prize Giving celebrates academic success. Students and staff work together with high expectations of success in learning and achievement. And I'm sure that you will want to join with me in thanking the teachers and support staff for all that they have done this year to support students and their learning. Let's thank them. I would like to acknowledge the senior leadership team: Karen Dempsey, Michelle Haywood, Kate Knowles, Trish Milner, Lisa Murphy in Term 2 when Kate Kay was on sabbatical, and Kate Slattery. I want to thank them for their support, their expertise, their collegiality and their sheer hard work. It's a large team and a very good team. I also want to thank Board Chair Tahe Simpson, Deputy Chair Tovia Vaelua and all board members. These elected parent representatives engage in active service for the school, giving generously of their time and expertise. Also, parents contribute a vast amount in a variety of ways to the many opportunities that we offer, including through the co-curricular program. Thank you for your service if you have been a volunteer this year, and also thank you for supporting us financially through the parent donation. Yes, this is my annual prize giving advertisement. It is not too late if you would still like to make that donation. We rely heavily on locally generated funds through this donation to provide the educational opportunities that the school provides. And I want to thank the students for your commitment to your learning and to congratulate you on the development of your talents and skills across curricular and co-curricular areas this year. I also want to thank you for your energy and your contribution to the school's culture. This school is a place where individual people and their learning matter, a place that is innovative and future-focused when we see that change will bring benefits. And it is a place where the values of courage, compassion, curiosity and community are evident in our interactions and pursuit of learning. A constant feature of this school is the commitment of all to a common sense of purpose, quality education for Epsom Girls Grammar School students, a commitment that can be seen every day. I have really enjoyed my role in this common sense of purpose and have many memories of individual students and staff who exemplify this aspect of Epsom Girls Grammar School, Te Kura Tuarua o ngā taita mahine o Mangawhau. I know that this very strong legacy of this school will continue as you welcome the new principal, Mrs. Brenda McNaughton, at the beginning of next year. I wish all senior students success in their NCEA examinations, and I hope that everyone enjoys the family time of Christmas and the summer holidays. Per Angusta ad Augusta, Tēnā koutou, tēnā tātou katoa.
Tēnā koutou katoa, ko Michelle Hayward tōku ingoa. Good afternoon. Today it gives me great pleasure to read the awards for the Year 11 students. Can I please invite Mrs. Tui Kaumoana Steedman from the board to present these awards. Clara Adams, the Lillian Matches Prize for Oral French. Lena Asiata, highly commended in the Physical Health Program. Olivia Bates, highly commended in the Physical Health Program. Francesca Boy, Prize for Distinction in the Physical Health Program, Sports Science, and highly commended in Design and Visual Communication and Mathematics. And Nara Bosman, commended in Mathematics. Olivia Brennan Lynch, highly commended in the Physical Health Program. Ishita Budaraja, distinction in Biology. Lynn Bui, distinction in English and Economics. Paige Carroll, Prize for Distinction in Biology, highly commended in Geography and the Physical Health Program. Yolanda Chang, Prize for Distinction in Chemistry, Design and Visual Communication and Physics, and highly commended in English. And Queenie Chen, Prize for Distinction in Chemistry and Accounting, and highly commended in English and Mathematics. Elizabeth Chong, Prize for Distinction in Chemistry and Digital Technology and commended in Mathematics. Sophie Clark, Distinction in Drama and commended in Mathematics. Amy Sui, highly commended in English. Rosa Daji, Prize for Distinction in Mathematics and Physical Health Program and highly commended in English, and a prize for prose. Anakruti Deshpande, and a distinction in Environmental Science, and Ella Devery, Prize for Distinction in Food Technology and highly commended in Health and Sociology and Sports Science. Diane Dorsmain, distinction in Design and Visual Communication and the Physical Health Program. Savina Ferrani, commended in the Learning Skills Program. Safana Tafietti, distinction in the Physical Health Program. Meg Fleetwood, distinction in Textiles and Design and highly commended in Drama. And Ginny Fraser, Prize for Distinction in History, highly commended in Economics and the Physical Health Program. Annabelle Gasparich, Prize for Distinction in the Physical Health Program and Sports Science and commended in Mathematics. Ava Gaiety, Prize for Distinction in the Physical Health Program and Sports Science and commended in Mathematics. Shriti Ghosh, the Francis Colby Memorial Prize for Excellent Personal Achievement in Biology. Emma Graham, commended in Mathematics. Janesta Ham, distinction in English. And Jiu Han, distinction in Mathematics and Chemistry. Maggie Hardy, the highly commended in the Physical Health Program. Rihanna Hathi, commended in English Language. Lexi Henderson, highly commended in history. Eva Hurley, Prize for Distinction in Biology, Earth and Space Science and History, and highly commended in the Physical Health Program. And Savannah Hilliard Nawati, highly commended in the Physical Health Program. Stephanie Ho, Prize for Distinction in English and Mathematics and highly commended in Design and Visual Communication. Eden Hogg, highly commended in Mathematics. Amanda Horn, Distinction in the Physical Health Program. Mila Hootwhipper, Prize for Distinction in Biology and English and highly commended in Accounting and Japanese. Eva Hutchison, Distinction in Biology. And Stella Innes, highly commended in the Physical Health Program. Maria Jamison, highly commended in the Physical Health Program. Ilhara Jayalath, Prize for Distinction in Chemistry, Earth and Space Science, Mathematics and Spanish. Chanel Jayasundara, highly commended in English and Mathematics. Lahanza Jayatalaike, Prize for Distinction in Biology and Music and highly commended in English. Joanna Jiang, Certificate for highly commended in Mathematics. And Erina Johnson, Prize for Distinction in Mathematics and Photography and highly commended in English. Rosa Joyner, Distinction in Art and highly commended in the Physical Health Program. Louis Jones, Distinction in Health Sociology. Manette Kaur, Prize for Distinction in Biology and Chemistry, highly commended in History and commended in Mathematics. Wafa Khan, Distinction in Chemistry. Sanuli Kingagama, Distinction in Level 2 Mathematics and highly commended in English. And Wilhelmina Kete, Photo Life Prize for Excellence in Art. Yasmin Lapa Furtado, Distinction in Art. Chloe Latimer, Distinction in the Physical Health Program. Solomon Lee, Distinction in Earth and Space Science and commended in English Language. Yunha Lee, Distinction in Chemistry and Level 2 Mathematics. And Amelia Lee, Prize for Distinction in Biology, Economics and English and highly commended in Environmental Science. Liana Lee, highly commended in Textiles and Design. Eva Liu, Distinction in Physics and highly commended in Geography. Poppy Mackenzie Fay, Distinction in Mathematics. Arya Maganlal, Distinction in Level 2 Mathematics. Alyssa Mailey, Lillian Matches Prize for Oral French. And Elsa Martel, Distinction in Biology and highly commended in Textiles and Design. Emily Martin, Distinction in English. Harper Martin, highly commended in the Physical Health Program. Gemma McCall, Distinction in Chemistry. Mera Bay McDowell Venkatia, Distinction in Te Reo Māori. and Liza McGill, Prize for Distinction in Mathematics and Physics and highly commended in English and History. Kate McGrath, Distinction in Drama and highly commended in French. Fan Yang Meng, Distinction in Mathematics. Ria Misra, Prize for Distinction in Art, Chemistry and English. Twinkle Mystery, Distinction in Food Technology. Vanara Muhandriam, Distinction in English and highly commended in Spanish. And Nida Nilalor, Distinction in Mathematics. Isabel Norris Clark, highly commended in health sociology. Ella O'Brien, highly commended in economics and sports science. Nia Owen, Distinction in the Physical Health Program. Ashia Patel, highly commended in Design and Visual Communication. And Kaisha Patel, Distinction in Health Sociology. Kayla Patti, Distinction in the Physical Health Program. Erica Peebles, Prize for Distinction in Food Technology, Japanese and Mathematics. Zuyu Petpanthamakun, Distinction in Photography. Scarlett Poppleton, Distinction in the Physical Health Program. Storm Price, highly commended in Physical Health Program. And Clarissa Kwan, Prize for Distinction in Physics, highly commended in Accounting and commended in Mathematics. Ananya Rai, Prize for Distinction in Biology, Physics and Spanish and highly commended in Accounting. Nanika Rai, highly commended in the Physical Health Program. Anahira Rangi, Prize for Distinction in Biology and the Physical Health Program and highly commended in Philosophy and Te Reo Māori. Grace Ryan, highly commended in English. Eunice Savalio, Distinction in Sports Science. And Haroka Sawada, commended in Mathematics. Amaya Sema, Distinction in Mathematics. Maya Selvaratnam, Distinction in Mathematics and Textiles and Design. Anna Sharma, Prize for Distinction in Accounting and Chemistry and highly commended in English and the Opus 15 Cup for Potential or Talent in Music. Moksha Shrastri, Distinction in Design Technology and the Physical Health Program. And Tamron Shaw, highly commended in Textiles and Design. Amanshi Singh, commended in Science Skills. Janisha Singh, Prize for Distinction in Digital Technology and Mathematics and highly commended in Economics. Misha Singh, highly commended in Spanish and the Physical Health Program. Janae Snelling, Distinction in English and highly commended in Design and Visual Communication. Mila Steele, Distinction in the Level 2 Mathematics. And Jasmine Tai, Distinction in English. Ava Tainui, distinction in the physical health program. Misha Tan, distinction in art. Christy Tang, highly commended in the physical health program. Anna Thorpe, prize for distinction in mathematics and highly commended in English and music. Dorothy Tran, distinction in environmental science. And Min Tuala Hall, highly commended in economics. Caroline Wang, prize for distinction in accounting, chemistry and English. Heidi Wang, highly commended in English. Isabella Wang, distinction in mathematics. Maggie Wang, distinction in environmental science. Yongjie Wang, distinction in level 2 calculus. And Emma Ward, distinction in mathematics. Charlotte Warman, prize for distinction in English, French, geography and earth and space science. Meg Wood, distinction in the physical health program. Ella Gere, distinction in design and visual communication. Ella Yi, distinction in biology and chemistry. And Zoe Yim, certificate for highly commended in the physical health program. Jessie Young, distinction in design and visual communication and commended in mathematics. Rebecca Yu, distinction in level 2 mathematics. Jiajia Zhang, distinction in biology. And Janice Xu, distinction in environmental science. Congratulations to all of our Year Award recipients today, and thank you, Tui, for presenting the awards. Now you will hear an item from the Epsom Concert Band, The Best of Henry Mancini by Mancini, arranged by Johnny Vinson and conducted by Chad Davenport.
Thank you, Epsom Concert Band and Mr. Chad Devonport, for that delightful item. Tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa, ko Karen Dempsey, tōku ingoa. It is my pleasure to be reading the Year 12 Academic Awards this afternoon. This cohort have experienced significant disruption to their learning program over the years, and teaching staff have noted the way that they have prepared themselves for the demands of external assessment in the lead up to their NCEA examinations. Today we celebrate this cohort and what they have achieved. Congratulations, Year 12. I would like to thank the Year 12 tutor team, so ably led by Molly Barsdale and Mr. Logan Townsend. Thank you, ngā mihi nui. Now I would like to invite Board Chair, Deputy Chair Mr. Tovia Vailua to present the Year 12 awards. Nikki Abrasado, highly commended in statistics. Umalola Akindeju, Prize for Poetry. Ayana Anderson, highly commended in art history. Caden Arundale, commended in legal studies. Irene Back, highly commended in English and Level 3 calculus. And Francesca Batt, distinction in printmaking. Ida Belzy, Senior Philosophy Cup, distinction in talking ethics. Lola Bradbourne, distinction in the physical health program. Olivia Brown, distinction in the physical health program. Verinda Chiturathi, Prize for distinction in business studies, philosophy and the physical health program. And Sonia Chen, Prize for distinction in biology, English and media studies. Layla Daniels, the Kathy Howie Cup for Outstanding Leadership in Health Promotion and Distinction in the Physical Health Program. Ella Darth, Distinction in Calculus. Roshni De Silva, highly commended in the Physical Health Program. Manal Dawan, highly commended in Statistics. And Natalia Eddy, highly commended in English and Classical Studies. Isabella Edhouse, commended in Early Childhood Education. Rain Feigel, Cowan Cup for Reading and Speech. Iris Feng, highly commended in the Physical Health Program. Kelly Fu, distinction in biology. And Elise Galbraith, distinction in photography and commended in travel and tourism. Tahaza Gikiyanaji, highly commended in the Physical Health Program. Ruby Gregg, distinction in the Physical Health Program. Katie Hawken, highly commended in the Physical Health Program. Hannah Hawksby, Prize for Distinction in the Physical Health Program and commended in Environmental Science and Education for Sustainability. Charlotte Heap, distinction in English and Statistics. And Neve Henwood, highly commended in English. Blani Huang, distinction in sculpture. Leah Ha, highly commended in English. Nicola Hume, distinction in sports science and highly commended in the physical health program. Emma Johnson, prize for distinction in chemistry, history and the physical health program and highly commended in English. And Oshadi Kaluthan 3 Gidon, distinction in biology. Tithaka Ka Padilla Gam Aji, commended in the physical health program. Miyuni Kana Surya, highly commended in English. Harleen Kaur, commended in the learning skills program. Himari Kawamura, highly commended in Japanese and education for sustainability. Maya Kiel Flynn, prize for distinction in biology, English and history. And Maya Kingi, distinction in the physical health program. Bianca Knowles, distinction in statistics and highly commended in economics. Maya Langatuki, commended in vocational pathways. Crystal Lee, distinction in food technology. Belle Lee Sirikal, highly commended for textiles and design. And Casey Laval, commended in travel and tourism. Amy Liang, distinction in biology and chemistry. Olive Lindsay, distinction in the physical health program. Kiara Liu, prize for distinction in chemistry, English and mathematics. Tania Liu, distinction in physics. Amelie Looms, distinction in education for sustainability. And Stevie Maybe, distinction in the physical health program. Abby Mackay, prize for distinction in classical studies, drama and English. Holly Mack, distinction in chemistry. Pearl McCall, commended in Foundation English. India Malling, highly commended in statistics. Isabella Malota, distinction in painting and highly commended in the physical health program. And Devon Middleton, highly commended in the physical health program. Hania Muhammad, highly commended in the physical health program. Elsa Murray, distinction in English and highly commended in the physical health program. Maya Morel, commended in legal studies. Nova Nepia, commended in Te Reo Māori. And Kira Ning, distinction in the physical health program and level 3 Japanese. Sienna O'Connor, highly commended in biology. Yulara Ike, highly commended in design technology. Lupi Lotta Opiti Fino, distinction in the physical health program. Kaira Pabu, highly commended in the physical health program. Lisa Petrov, prize for distinction in art design, design and visual communication and painting. And Molly Mau Pulu, in absentia. Maria Ribeiro Campos, commended in vocational pathways. Sanelka Rupasinghe, highly commended in textiles and design. Adiba Sheikh, the University of Auckland Faculty of Arts Award and prize for distinction in chemistry and English and highly commended in geography. Isabella Sherwin, prize for service to Te Reo Māori, certificate for commended in Te Reo Māori. And Jasling Singh, distinction in biology and history. Holly Still, prize for distinction in health sociology and the physical health program, and highly commended in sports science. Chanel Townsend, distinction in textiles and design. Sophia Sang, distinction in food technology. Delilah Tuihala Nginge, distinction in the physical health program. And Veda Upadhyay, distinction in digital technology. Valerie Wan, distinction in Chinese second language. Tulani Abby Singer, the John George Memorial Prize for Excellence in Physics, distinction in chemistry and physics. Isabel Warren, distinction in business studies and highly commended in economics. Amy Waterhouse, prize for highly commended in English, statistics and the physical health program. And Macy Williams, distinction in accounting, business studies and economics. Sarah Wong, prize for distinction in biology, earth and space science and health sociology. Charlotte Wood, highly commended in statistics. Ella Wood, commended in hospitality. Yulia Wu, distinction in art design and design and visual communication. And Serena Wires, distinction in photography. Aina Chauro Oric, distinction in Spanish. Phoebe Yan, distinction in accounting and highly commended in English. Cherie Young, distinction in business studies and highly commended in English. Yanis Yu, prize for distinction in biology, chemistry and highly commended in music. And Zoe Zhu, distinction in business studies and physics. Thank you, Torvia. That concludes the Year 12 Academic Awards for this afternoon. Congratulations to all those who have crossed the stage in Year 12 this afternoon. We will now hear a piece by Epsom Symphonia called Flying Geese by Grant Mason and conducted by Miss Virginia Lacreen.
Thank you, Virginia and Epsom Symphonia, for another beautiful music item. Tēnā koutou katoa, ko Patricia Milner taku ingoa. It gives me great pleasure to read the special prizes and awards for year 11 and 12. Can I please invite Julie Goodyear from the Old Girls Association to the stage to present these prestigious academic awards. Special prizes and awards for Year 11. Mia Evans, the Florence Patterson Memorial Prize for Distinction in Mathematics, Prize for Distinction in English, Mathematics and Writing for Publication. Rena Misra, Prize for Distinction in Biology, Chemistry, Earth and Space Science, English and History. Daksha Nitsingam, Prize for Distinction in Accounting, Economics, Chemistry and Physics, and highly commended in English. Inhara Pascal, Prize for Distinction in Biology, Earth and Space Science and Geography, and highly commended in History and Mathematics. Isaac Winstanley, Prize for Distinction in English, History, Philosophy, and Photography, and highly commended in Mathematics. Nina Zhang, the Florence Patterson Memorial Prize for Distinction in Level 2 Mathematics, Prize for Distinction in Chemistry, Digital Technology, Earth and Space Science, and Mathematics. And Laura Watts, Prize for Distinction in Chemistry, Mathematics and Physics, and highly commended in English, and the Gay Roberts Science Prize, and the Gay Griffiths Award for all-round excellence in Year 11. The special prizes and awards for Year 12. And while those students are coming up, we have the Gay Griffiths video. Gay Griffiths is a past principal and she is going to address us.
Tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa. Thank you for inviting me to present this year's All-Round Excellence Award for Year 11. I initiated these awards for Years 9, 10 and 11 to encourage every Epsom Girls Grammar School student to find her own excellence and let it shine forth. The excellence spark is in every one of us. It may appear in school days, or it may not appear until much later in life. And it can be in any sphere of our living and being. Discover it, use it, and let it shine forth. I've read with pleasure the activities in which Laura Watt, this year's Year 11 awardee, has shown her excellence. Academically, she achieved distinction in chemistry, physics and mathematics, and also the Gay Roberts Science Prize. And Laura was also highly commended in English. In leadership and service, Laura was a tutor captain for her tutor group, and she was also a participant in the languages Synedrion. Now that's something I don't know, and maybe other parents don't either. Sounds fascinating. And in sporting activities, Laura was a member of the Central Zone swimming team, the cross-country championship, and the aquathon championship. And I read that in all Laura's activities, she has done quality work. She approaches everything well prepared, thoughtful, and thorough. Congratulations, Laura.
The special prizes and awards for Year 12. Genevieve Cartmell, Prize for Distinction in Accounting, Level 3 Calculus, Chemistry, Level 3 Digital Technology, and Physics. Alice Gill, Prize for Distinction in Biology, Chemistry and Physics, and highly commended in the Physical Health Program, and Prize for Prose. Anika Rise, the Prize for Distinction in Biology, Chemistry, French and Physics. And Alexis Chu, the Einstein Award for the top science student in Year 12, Prize for Distinction in Biology, Calculus, Chemistry, Physics, Food Technology and the Physical Health Program. And the Lorraine Pound Year 12 Award for Academic Excellence. A warm congratulations to all of our Year 11 and 12 Special Awards winners. Please welcome Mrs. Lorraine Pound back to the stage to introduce our Head Prefect team.
This year we've had 25 prefects, with each person very involved in their specific areas of responsibility. I'd like to thank all of the prefects for the commitment and the leadership that they have shown, and also to thank them for the events and assemblies that they have run this year. They have been led by a talented head prefect team, which has consisted of 3 deputy head prefects and the head prefect, and I would now like to introduce you to this team. Deputy head prefects, if you'd like to come over here, Andrea Apipaya, Makaya Kaipo and Cindy Kim. All 3 have managed not only to achieve well in their Level 3 program, they have also all been actively involved in a wide range of school activities. They started the year as they meant to go on, organised, ambitious, and ready to put in the mahi needed to make events successful. They are articulate communicators and they follow through. Andrea, Makaya and Cindy each bring good ideas to discussion, and they have connected really well with what is a very large student population. Each of these students has a clear sense of values, their own and the Epsom 4 school values. They each have exemplified these values this year, modestly, easily and naturally. Ms Knowles, Ms Murphy and I have really enjoyed our weekly meetings with this team. They are confident, they stand up for what they believe in, and they give careful thought to the opinions and feelings of others. Arena is now going to join them. Arena Chaptanova has been the head prefect this year. Everything that I have said about the deputy head prefects this year also applies to Arena. This team has collaborated well, working together to generate successful ideas and outcomes, including, yes, the Prefect Dance and Athletics Day, Spirit Week, and the 4 Values Weeks. They've become very close, and I have admired Arena's clear sense of service leadership. She too is modest, a deep thinker, and someone who can bring people together in a common sense of purpose. Arena is a real ideas and people person. Arena, Andrea, Makaya and Cindy are sensitive, sensible, hard-working, creative, caring and very capable, and they're now going to address you.
As I think back to my first days here at Epsom, I think about the young girl from Buckhouse Bay Intermediate, oblivious to what was in store for her. Little did I know that 5 years on, I'd be addressing the school at senior prize giving as a deputy head prefect. To describe my junior years at Eggs, I would say I was like a kid in a candy shop. There were so many groups that I wanted to join, however there were only 24 hours in a day, 5 school days a week, and obviously I was no Wonder Woman. However, despite limited time and so many choices, I managed to join many groups within Eggs across my years. Although these groups varied in people and numbers, there's one thing that they all had in common. This was the feeling of sisterhood and friendship. This feeling was what helped me find my sense of belonging within such a big school. It made unfamiliar faces start to look more familiar, and the big scary school became less scary and more like my home. I remember vividly in Year 9 when I hesitantly signed up for Samoan group. Despite my original reluctance and procrastination to sign up, I did it. I'd like to thank my mum for encouraging me to sign up. This is as joining the group had given me my first real taste of Epsom spirit, sisterhood, and the community within EGS. Epsom has provided me with more than I could have ever imagined, friends that I consider family, and memories and experiences worth a lifetime. I have learnt that it is not the destination that matters, neither the journey, but instead the company. Despite all I have achieved within these groups, it's not the medals and trophies that I will cherish most, but rather the memories and friendships I have created. This year, I've been able to see the girls who I became friends with in Year 9 lead many of the groups we first met in. To see their growth, not only as individuals, but leaders, makes me immensely proud to call them my friends. In saying such, I cannot imagine my EGS journey any other way, and would like to especially thank the girls I met in Samoan group and in football for being the light that ignited such a fulfilling and rewarding high school experience. I'd like to say a huge thank you to my teachers, Mr. Shanker, Ms. Knowles, Mrs. Pound, and the senior leadership team for all your guidance and support throughout this year, as well as the talented, hardworking head prefect team and wider prefect team who I've had the pleasure of working with. To my friends, who are the most loving and supportive group, thank you for sticking by me. Despite my absence at lunchtime due to meetings, you've always had my back whenever and wherever, whether it's from Newmarket or Erin Street. I'd also like to thank my family, who are the foundation of my successes over the years. You have truly been my village and rock, and I don't know how I would have made it through this year without you guys. Not only because you have been my Uber for the past 5 years, but also because of your endless support and love. My time here is done, and although it is scary to leave the place that has been my second home for the past 5 years, I find comfort in knowing that it is left in good hands. I know all of you here are full of potential, and I cannot wait to see all the great things you go on to do. Thank you, and passing on to Micaiah.
Tēnā koutou katoa. Writing this speech has allowed me to reflect on the various chapters that shaped my story. I entered the gates of Epsom Girls Grammar School in 2019 with great hopes and dreams of one day becoming a black fern, although my parents like to believe that academic success was the leading factor. The first component of this journey is my home away from home. Living in Epsom House quickly taught me the importance of patience, cooperation, and how grateful I was for a door. However, through all the challenges of living away from home, I have grown to become independent and truly grateful for the lessons learned. Epsom Rugby was my first experience of the great talent that Auckland consisted of, along with the Epsom spirit that is displayed throughout the various co-curriculars and opportunities. The size of the players in Auckland differed vastly, and I soon came to realise that trying to tackle high wasn't going to get me anywhere. The growth of EGS Rugby over the past 5 years has been inspiring. I have learnt the importance of holding myself accountable, staying true to the values we uphold, and to uplift others to ensure the best outcome for all. Although I will no longer be wearing the blue and gold jersey, I can wholeheartedly say that it is in good hands. I've always valued my cultural identity, and I stand here proud to be Māori. Ko Taitanga and Kapahaka really animated this love for my culture and created a safe space to express this appreciation. From celebrating our beautiful language to standing on the Polyfest stage alongside some of my best mates. Epsom has embraced the Māori culture, and the future for our tauira is very bright. Stepping into the leadership roles at Epsom have come with great responsibility and reward. In such a diverse school, it is important to acknowledge and appreciate these differences. Being able to put yourself in the shoes of others and find an understanding of their perspectives is critical to the success of all. I was fortunate enough to work alongside a head prefect team who consistently advocated for the betterment of this school. 1 year ago, I sat where you all are and listened to the past head prefects speak about how they truly became great friends. A cliche that I have heard every year and have forever been oblivious to. However, after spending many hours in many meetings with these talented and loving people, I have to give in to this stereotype. This journey would not have all been possible without the unwavering support of some special people. I would like to take this opportunity to give thanks. Tuatahi kanui te mihi nei ki a koe whai Jacks. Your constant support and courage to push for the betterment of our tauira is inspiring. Although it hasn't been an easy path, the success of young Māori and being able to celebrate this has always been at the forefront of all that you do. Ms. Knowles, you have been such a pillar of support both within the hostel and as the Deputy Principal that has contributed heavily to the success of this year. I wish you all the best with the new Year 9s coming through, as that is a challenge in itself. To Mrs. Pound, you have upheld the true essence of Epsom. Your dedication to make Epsom a welcoming place for students to learn, to be creative and to express themselves makes you such a valuable member of this community. We're all going to miss you dearly, however, we wish you all the best on your next venture. To my coach, teammate and captain, Miss Blackwell, words cannot express the gratitude that I have for you. The learnings, growth and constructive feedback that you have given me throughout my time at Epsom has taught me what it truly means to succeed. And finally, to the people who have shaped me to be the person I am today, my mum and dad. Your eternal support and the opportunities that you have made available to me are something I'll forever cherish. Your willingness to give nothing but the best for our whānau is such a privilege to have. Although there were various phone calls home from Year 9 Makaia and a few bribes to get me to stay, your patience, forgiveness and endless support is what motivates and encourages me to strive for greatness. Nō reira, ka nui te mihi ki a koutou katoa.
Tēnā koutou katoa and good afternoon, everyone. Now, regardless of which age we are in, it seems abundantly clear that this particular year of 2023 was one packed with unexpectancies in both the good and the bad. And whilst there have been challenges, this marvellous occasion alone serves to prove that even through the difficulties, Epsom and their students will march on. As I reflect on my time here, I still so clearly remember my very first tutor captain meeting in which we were explained on how an individual must be perceived like a pencil. We were told of the importance of not judging or determining one's value based on their appearance, as like the lead, the true value of an individual lies inside. Additionally, the idea of persevering to reach one's goal was reflected on how the lead must withstand the friction and the pressure between itself and the paper to leave a mark and write, draw, or create what we want. But what the real turmoil is, for most of us, is finding what we want to create. In fact, if you have not tried, how would one know whether it likes writing poetry or sketching flowers? But fortunately for us, as Epsom students, Epsom Girls Grammar School strongly promotes curiosity and courage in trying new things and getting involved, even if it is not for the first time. As reflected through our extracurricular groups and clubs that range from mathematics to lacrosse, joining something new here is easier than we think, hence allowing us to find where our second, third, and even fourth home at Epsom might look like. And for most of you, the students that are sitting here today, you'll be quite familiar with us saying, put yourself out there or try new things during assemblies. But what we're really trying to say is make full use of this diverse environment you're in to find what you like and want to pursue, because the time you have here really does go by in a flash. Attributing to this then are a couple of my homes in Epsom that I'd now like to take this chance to thank. First, to Epsom Music and the conductors, Miss Lecren, Mr. Davenport, Miss Mannering, and Mrs. Orr, for your inspiring grittiness and perseverance to maintain this thriving culture of music at Eggs. Second, to my amazing tutor class, the Hallers, as well as the tutor teacher and lacrosse coach, Miss Haller, for your constant effort to engage with us and often make the highlight of our school day. Lastly, but certainly not the least, to dear friends of Epsom for your amazing brightness and encouragement that have made the last 5 years so incredible. Of course, to my mum, dad, and brother for all your time and effort so that I could grow as an Epsom student. Thank you for believing in me, and I love you all. I dedicate my time at Eggs to all these groups and further to Epsom Girls Grammar School, as although times may pass, the school values and the impact it has in inspiring and helping grow successful young individuals has remained unchanged. Per Augusta, Ed Augusta. Thank you.
Kia ora koutou katoa. 2023, what a year you have been. It has been both special and memorable. To all of our students at Epsom Girls, we have made it through a year rich in both events and successes. The 2023 prefect vision was to continue building a strong community within Eggs by celebrating our diversity and promoting the Epsom spirit across all aspects of school life. Despite the rocky start to the year, the prefect team was fortunate to have been able to run a range of events, including the Athletics Day. The organisation of events by the prefects was met with great support this year. Epsom pride found in all aspects of school life. Although we believe that we have fulfilled this vision of ours, we know our school spirit will only continue to grow from here. We hope to have left a lasting legacy for the many years to come. As I speak behind the podium today, it still feels surreal to think that 5 years have gone by. 5 unforgettable years. I always wondered who I'd become and how I would change. And as not only my high school journey comes to an end, but 13 years of schooling. Now comes the time to begin reflecting. I was a shy student in primary school. Teachers would always encourage me to speak up and have confidence in myself. Fast forward over 7 years, I visited my old primary school teacher recently to have a conversation with him, and I feel that it is after returning to my former classroom that I realised how much things have changed. From someone who was too scared to put up their hand to ask a question, to speaking here today, my journey reflects growth I've experienced over these years. Becoming a more confident and mature woman about to graduate alongside a wonderful Year 13 cohort. So it is true how a person can change, and I believe that it is a combination of the people we're surrounded with and personal determination. EGS has been a key part of shaping me into the woman I am today. The first day of school in 2019, feeling nervous yet excited to start a new journey. I sat at the very back during the porphyry. Everything was unfamiliar. The expectations, the map, and the people. However, as the weeks passed, I began to feel like I belonged. It's easy enough to say that you've been a part of something, but most of us would agree that at the core, it is forming strong bonds that are like family. I said this before, and I'll say it again, but the sisterhood at EGS is something that is truly special and unique at the heart of the community. Whether it's the juniors looking up to us seniors for guidance, or supporting your classmates, teammates, and peers, there is much strength in the connections we make. Every single one is valuable. Thank you to everyone here who I've made a connection with from year 9 through to this year, in my groups, classes, and friendships. You've all played a valuable role in my journey. I would like to express my gratitude to the school board and the senior leadership team, who are the powerhouse of the school, who make the school the wonderful place it is today. Mrs. Pound, your wisdom and compassion for everyone is something that we all admire. Miss Knowles, you've been the most kind and supportive deputy principal for my year level, alongside our amazing deans, Miss Walker and Mrs. Waddell. The head teacher who I'd like to give my biggest thank you to is Miss Cotton, who is no longer at the school but played a significant part for 4 years, being my tutor teacher, who always cared. She encouraged us all to aim high and be kind to ourselves and others. She was a part of the science department, who I'd also like to thank for instilling a passion in this field filled with so many possibilities. And to my lacrosse team and my coach, Miss Gunn, who's really shaped me into the person that I am today. I wouldn't have been here without you either. To all the staff at EGS, those who have been taught by, thank you. I'm grateful for your support, patience, and empathy. Teachers inspire us by sharing their knowledge and help us grow. Where would we be without you? Thank you to the prefect team. Nothing would have been possible without you, Micaiah, Cindy, and Andrea. I find myself so lucky to have been part of the head prefect team with you. All 3 of you have been inspiring and supported one another throughout the year, and I wouldn't have had it any other way. Finally, to my friends and family, mum, dad, and sister, who have been with me every part of the way, for believing in me, having my back, and knowing I can always turn to you. I wouldn't have been here today without you. To the Year 11s and 12s, my main piece of advice is to keep aiming high. Make the most of your time here at EGS, the opportunities and experiences. Enjoy every little moment, because someday you'll also be part of the Leavers cohort. Congratulations to everyone. No matter what part of the journey you're on, aim high and go for it. You are all so capable. 2023 has been special and memorable for us, and we know 2024 will be equally as special and memorable for you. Thank you.
You can see the fine quality that we've had this year in our student leadership team and why we are so very proud of them. Let's congratulate them again and thank them. As the Year 13 students complete their year, we are now ready to look ahead to student leadership for the coming year. And it is my great pleasure to announce this afternoon the head prefect and Kahikatea prefect for 2024, Stevie Maybe. And the Deputy Head Prefects of Epsom Girls Grammar School for 2024 are Alexis Chu, Layla Daniels and Abby Mackay. And the full prefect team will be announced to Year 12 at their assembly on Friday afternoon before they go on study leave, and then will be published to the wider community. And I'm sure that the school will be in good hands with the student leaders for 2024. Let's now stand and join together in singing Gaudiamus Igatua.
Tēnā koutou katoa, ko Catherine Knowles tōku ingoa. My name is Catherine Knowles, Deputy Principal of Year 13. It has been my pleasure this year to work with the talented head prefect team that you just have heard from, the wider prefect team, and the entire Year 13 cohort. This cohort has been resilient, committed, and proactive. They have led with integrity and worked hard to re-establish opportunities to celebrate school spirit, and they have achieved this consistently over the course of the year. Their efforts have been enjoyed and appreciated by both the students and the staff. I want to acknowledge the hardworking Year 13 Deans, Miss Roxanne Walker, who has been with this cohort for their entire 5 years, and also Miss Julie Waddell, who joined our team this year. I also acknowledge Mrs. Rochelle Quidley and Miss Amanda Gill, who have also been Deans to this cohort, as well as all of the Year 13 tutor teachers. I would now like to ask Mr. Michael Alofa to present the Year 13 awards. Students' names will be read in groups, and I ask please that you hold your applause until the last person for each group has crossed the stage. The Year 13 awards. Charlotte Erie, commended in history. Luang Sangnant, distinction in biology. Manahau Ashad, Kaha Award for Courage, Resilience and Commitment to Personal Growth, and commended in the Learning Skills program. And Angela B, distinction in physics. Sophia Chan, Nikki Glasgow's Cup for the most outstanding student in painting, distinction in painting and design and visual communication. Eliza Chi, distinction in Chinese heritage language and commended in English language. Joanne Choi, commended in travel and tourism. And Leo Cruz, Barbara Elizabeth Cowan Prize for service to reading. Maureen Dossa, Excellence in Young Enterprise Business Management. Phoebe Doyle, Charlotte Gibbs Memorial Prize for Formal Writing. Meryl Gogolashvili, David Hamilton Cup for Composition and Prize for Prose. And Sophie Javier, distinction in Biology. Frida Joyner, commended in History. Louisa Kane, commended in Sculpture. Flynn Kerr-Munley, Coralie Blackwell Memorial Prize for English Shakespeare, distinction in English Shakespeare. Minju Kim, distinction in Painting. Monique Lewis, highly commended in Calculus. And Vicky Lee, distinction in Biology and highly commended in Statistics. Amelie Lim, highly commended in English Shakespeare and Mid-Year Studies. Kirsty Lowe, distinction in Digital Technology. Elsie Mahi, Anne Morris Prize for the 2023 Shakespeare Scholar. And Svetlana McCann, distinction in Painting. Zoe Nelson, Lydiard Prize for Practical Biology, Epsom House Prize for Achievement, distinction in Photography and commended in Education for Sustainability. Fawn O'Keefe, Taylor Cup for Service to the Environment. Kirsten Pies, highly commended in Mathematics. Shivani Patel, Juliet Collins Cup for the most outstanding student in Photography and distinction in Photography. And Silva Phillips Tihara, commended in Hospitality. Brooke Shumkle, Excellence in Business Enterprise and Legal Studies. Olivia Sheriff, distinction in Business Studies. Alice Simons, distinction in Biology and Spanish. Catherine Stock, commended in Geography. Waka Takahashi, highly commended in textiles and design. And June Tamtan, commended in travel and tourism. Jamie Taylor, commended in vocational pathways. Maria Tra, distinction in health sociology. Yvonne Sai, distinction in sports studies. Nicole Wong, distinction in digital technology. And Annabelle Wu, distinction in design and visual communication. Joy Yee, Lucy B. Moore Memorial Prize for Biology and Distinction in Economics. Libby Yee, Distinction in Health Sociology. Dora Yee, Distinction in Painting and highly commended in Statistics. Zaira Zaidi, Distinction in Art Design. And Dora Zhou, Distinction in Accounting and Economics. Thank you, Mr. Alofa. We now have an item from Paradisum, that's Sun and Moon, written by Takare Komene and conducted by Mrs. Virginia Lecren. Paradisima Miss Lacren. We now begin the Year 13 Special Awards with the Year 13 Leadership Awards. These awards recognise service and leadership for 2023. I'd like to ask Ms Tahe Simpson to present these awards. The Year 13 Leadership Awards. School Leaders. The prize for Deputy Head Prefect, Andrea Apaipaia, Makaya Kaipo and Cindy Kim. The Principal's Award to the Head Prefect, Arena Chaptanova. Kahikatea. The Kahikatea Award for service to Tikanga Māori, Te Reo Māori and Kaupapa Māori and Mātauranga Māori in the Kura, Amiria Wiki. The Peer Support Leaders, the Manaakitanga Cup for Peer Support Leadership, jointly awarded to Freda Joyner and Carlotta Ward. The Student Council Leaders, Student Council Cup for Effective and Consistent Participation, jointly awarded to Dinathi Bamasinga and Hayley Griffiths. The Arts and Cultural Leaders, the Linda McNeil Cup for the Arts and Cultural Leader, jointly awarded Mia Bullivant and Jari Isara, Ruby Naufahu and Libby Yee. Community Leaders, the Albert Eden Cup for Leadership and Service to the Community, jointly awarded Elizabeth Buchanan, Catherine Fulton, Cohen Ham and Anika Lomax. The Learning Leaders, the Madeline Gunn Cup for Leadership and Service to Learning, jointly awarded Mia Boy, Ashley Lee, Uni Park and Tuela Vaialua. The Sports Leaders, Victor Mackey Memorial Cup for Service to School Sport, jointly awarded Lara Kolpe, Maya Fowler, Sarah Manu and Tessa Swinson. And Epsom House, the prize for Epsom House Head Prefect, Keely Sanderson. That concludes the Year 13 Leadership Awards. Ms Karen Dempsey will now read the Year 13 Special Awards.
It's my pleasure to be reading the Year 13 Special Awards this afternoon. And could I ask Board Chair Tahe Simpson to take the stage one more time to present these awards. Mia Bolavant, the Blakey Shield for Leadership in Group Activities, jointly awarded, Prize for Service to the Kapahaka Ropu, Distinction in Te Reo Māori. Mia also is the joint recipient of one of our new Senior Prizegiving Awards, along with the Kahikatea Leadership Award. These have been funded by the efforts of the Kahikatea Ropu, who have been fundraising in a variety of ways over the years so that the roles performed by akonga Māori that are fulfilling te ao Māori responsibilities have a fitting taonga to go with them. This award has been supported by the current board, and today Mia is the joint recipient of the Puhi Marikura Award for Excellence in Tikanga Māori, Kaupapa Māori and various forms of Mātauranga Māori, jointly awarded. Alexandra Dickens, Prefect's Legacy Award for Leadership and Service from a Non-Prefect. Anna Fowler, the Isabel Zimmerman Memorial Prize for Services to the Library, jointly awarded. And Makaya Kaipo, the Puhi Marikura Award for Excellence in Tikanga Māori, Kaupapa Māori and various forms of Mātauranga Māori. Crystal Lee, the Blakey Shield for Leadership and Group Activities, jointly awarded, Distinction in Education for Sustainability. Jessica Ralston, Te Ropu Cup for Service to the School, jointly awarded, the Margaret Gray Memorial Cup for Commitment in Senior Media Studies, Distinction in Drama. Shivani Sharma, the Isabel Zimmerman Memorial Prize for Service to the Library, jointly awarded. And Ameria Wiki, the Akoranga Cup for significant contribution to learning, and she is also one of the three-way joint recipients of the Puhi Marikura Award for Excellence in Tikanga Māori, Kaupapa Māori and various forms of Mātauranga Māori, jointly awarded. I'll now move on to the scholarships awarded to our leaving Year 13 students. Starting with Jackie Jang, who has been awarded a Kensaw State University Athletic Scholarship for golf, and she also receives distinction in business studies. The next lot of awards that I am going to read out, I'll read the 5 names and we'll hold the applause to the end. The following scholarships are the Joan Alva Scholarships for Excellence in Visual Arts, starting with Olive Christopherson for Excellence in Visual Art Design, Drayton Colson for Excellence in Visual Art Photography, Audrey Goggin for Excellence in Visual Art Printmaking and Distinction in Painting, Aurelia Hutchison, Excellence in Visual Art Sculpture, and Annabelle Wu, Excellence in Visual Art Painting. The next lot of names that I will be reading are the recipients of the 2023 Rudel Holmden Scholarship. Charlotte George, Scholarship for Food Technology. Isla Morrison, Scholarship for Food Technology. And Lucy Batt, Scholarship for History. I will now move on to the University of Canterbury scholarships. Mia Boy, the Hiranga Scholarship and Distinction in Classical Studies. Hannah Clark, Go Waitaha Scholarship and Highly Commended in Education for Sustainability. And Anika Lomax, Hiranga Scholarship and Mathematics and Statistics Scholarship, Distinction in Economics and Commended in Geography. Thank you, Tahe, for presenting those scholarships. Can I now ask Jade Chiem from Victoria University of Wellington to present these next scholarships? Imogen Pearce, the Tangiwai Scholarship and Distinction in Biology and Music. Alicia Yong, Tangiwai Scholarship, Kate Atchison Memorial Prize for History, Penny Lecoteur Prize for Chemistry, John Williamson Scholarship, and Prize for Distinction in Chemistry, History and Latin. Thank you, Jade, for presenting those scholarships. I would now like to ask Amber Russell from the University of Otago to come forward to present these next scholarships. Talia Abdul Rahman, Māori Entrance Scholarship. Madeline Benny, Māori Entrance Scholarship. Anna Chiara D. Petrillo, 150th Year Scholarship. Catherine Fulton, Leaders of Tomorrow Scholarship, Commended in Geography. Ella Gaynor, Pacific Peoples Entrance Scholarship. And Hayley Griffiths, Leaders of Tomorrow Scholarship, highly commended in sports science. Hazel Griffiths, Leaders of Tomorrow Scholarship. Milan Iremia, Pacific Peoples Entrance Scholarship. Isla Morrison, Leaders of Tomorrow Scholarship, Distinction in Accounting. Libby Patterson, New Frontiers Excellence Entrance Scholarship. Britta Peltola, 150th Anniversary Scholarship. And Ella Rowley, Alumni Frank Leong Entrance Scholarship. Olivia Snelling, New Frontiers Excellence Entrance Scholarship. Tessa Swinson, Māori Entrance Scholarship, Prize for Distinction in Biology, Chemistry and Statistics. Jemima Teriora, Pacific Peoples Entrance Scholarship. Sunny Yan, Leaders of Tomorrow Scholarship, Distinction in Sports Science. And Amelia Zhang, Leaders of Tomorrow Scholarship, Distinction in Business Studies. Thank you, Amber, for presenting those awards. I would now like to ask Mark Howard from the University of Auckland to come forward to present these next scholarships. Andrea Apipaya, the Waka Moana Scholarship. Kamindi Arasing Liyanage, Academic Potential Scholarship. Danithi Bamanusinghi, Faculty of Science High Achiever Undergraduate Entry Scholarship. Irina Chepchinova, Top Achiever Scholarship, Te Kaitaka Cup for Fostering Encouragement and Community Spirit, the Lydiard Prize for Practical Biology, Distinction in Biology and Highly Commended in Statistics, and Duke of Edinburgh Gold Award. Mile Kamuka, the Wakamoana Scholarship, and Cindy Kim, Top Achiever Scholarship, Prize for Distinction in Chemistry, Physics, Highly Commended in Statistics, and Commended in English. Ashley Lee, Top Achievers Scholarship, Prize for Distinction in Chemistry, Highly Commended in Statistics, and Commended in English and History, as well as the Duke of Edinburgh Gold Award. Joanna Pan, Top Achiever Scholarship, Distinction in Biology, and Highly Commended in Statistics. Uni Park, Top Achiever Scholarship, Commended for English and History. Jasmine Vailahi, the Edward Connolly Faculty of Engineering Entry Level Undergraduate Scholarship. Thibana Vignakumar, Faculty of Science High Achiever Undergraduate Entry Scholarship, New Zealand Institute of Physics Prize, Distinction in Biology and Physics. And Chloe Wallace, the Jean Hayward Scholarship, Lillian Matches Prize for Oral French, Cup for Participation and Commitment, or the Most Enthusiastic Student, Prize for Poetry, and Highly Commended in Te Reo Māori. Thank you, Mark, for presenting those awards. And thank you, Tahe, although I believe you might be standing back up again in just a moment. We don't have a rep here from AUT, so Tahe, if you wouldn't mind presenting this award to Paulina Gamisheva. Her AUT scholarship is Find Your Greatness Scholarship, Hiki Aki Lift Up. She also receives Distinction in Renaissance Art History. Congratulations to all these scholarship recipients this year. I will now hand over to Principal Lorraine Pound to introduce the Special Academic Awards.
We come now to the Major Benefactor Awards, and I'll get Ms Simpson to stay there, but the first person I'm going to invite forward is Pamela Deal from the Hilda Chenery Trust to co-present this with Tahe, and this is the Hilda Chenery Scholarship. This scholarship was established in memory of Hilda Chenery, who was a successful businesswoman in Auckland, and is awarded annually to a student of Epsom Girls Grammar School who wishes to study for a degree in commerce, law or business management. The Hilda Chenery Scholarship is awarded to Sabine Edmonds. And we're just going to get Sabine to stand there for a moment. And the next ones, we might get the presenters just to wait until after we've read the whole citation, but Sabine will manage admirably with that large number of things in her hands. Sabine has been a delegate at the Model United Nations Assembly in Wellington. She's been involved in advanced premier debating, the Library Committee as a librarian, and she's been a leader of the writing group. Next year, Sabine's intended course is a conjoint Bachelor of Law and Arts, majoring in history at the University of Auckland. She will also be a member of the Arts Scholars Program, which includes research opportunities and mentoring. Sabine's awards today are the Summa Cum Laude Prize for Excellence in Classical Studies, donated by Philippa Wright, the Morrison Cup for public speaking, the Lisa Murphy Cup for the most outstanding student in art history, prize for distinction in classical studies, history, statistics, and art history modern, the Rudel Holmden Scholarship for History, and the Hilda Chenery Scholarship. Thank you, Pamela. And now let's welcome to the stage to co-present with Tahe Ms. Jenny Mandino, the Kathleen Mandino Scholarship. This scholarship is funded by the late Ms. Jill Mandino in memory of her mother, Kathleen, who was also an alumna of the school. The scholarship was established to encourage students to enter the science community and contribute to innovation and research. And in the school's centenary year, a function was held for past winners who are now involved in an impressive variety of careers, exemplifying the scholarship's intent. Ms. Mandino has also funded the Einstein Centennial Awards in Science at years 12 and 13. The Kathleen Mandino Scholarship for 2023 is awarded to Boshra Ranamai. Boshra enjoys mathematics and physics-based subjects where she can challenge herself and get closer and closer to a solution by using her problem-solving skills, as well as her creativity, to innovate and think outside the box and help her community. She is particularly interested in hardware and software solutions that will provide increased sustainability. Boshra is also passionate about French and plans to complete a French language diploma alongside her degree course. This year, Boshra has been a careers ambassador and a participant in the New Zealand Engineering Scientist Competition. She has also been involved in the Senior Championship Ultimate Frisbee team, the Auckland Interschool French Competition, and in badminton. Next year, Boshra's intended course is a Bachelor of Engineering Honours degree at the University of Auckland in Computer System Engineering or Electrical Engineering. Boshra's awards today are the University of Auckland Waipapa Taumatarau Top Achiever Scholarship, Certificate for Distinction in French, the John Williamson Scholarship, and the Kathleen Mandino Scholarship. Thank you, Jenny. And now we come to the final three awards. Proxime Acessit to the Ducks, donated by the PTA. This year, the Proxime Acessit is jointly awarded to Cohen Harm and Phoebe Liu. Firstly, Cohen. This year, Cohen has been a Maths leader, a Maths club leader, a representative of EGGS in the Auckland Mathematical Olympiad, and she competed in the Australian Maths competition, gaining high distinction. Cohen has been one of the community prefects for 2023. She was a Korean group Nanta leader, a member of the Korean rap group, and she has been a mathematics tutor. Cohen has also completed a 100-level mathematics course through the University of Canterbury this year. Next year, Cohen's intended course is a Bachelor of Electrical Engineering at Monash University or the University of New South Wales. Cohen's awards today are the Penny Le Couture Prize for Chemistry, Prize for Distinction in Chemistry, Chinese Second Language, Economics and Physics, the John Williamson Scholarship, and Prize for Proximea Kesset, jointly awarded, donated by the PTA Committee. And Phoebe. This year, Phoebe has been a Science Bowl leader, a peer tutor, and member of the Peer Tutoring Committee. She has also been on the Tech Committee and the Chinese Cultural Group Committee. For Korean Night and for Chinese Extravaganza, Phoebe was a member of the backstage crew, and for Chinese Extravaganza, she was also stage manager. Next year, Phoebe's intended course is a Bachelor of Science Biomedical at the University of Auckland or Bachelor of Science Medical Science at the University of Sydney. Phoebe's awards today are the M.E. Freeman Memorial Prize for Mathematics, the Einstein Award for the top science student in Year 13, jointly awarded, Prize for Distinction in Chemistry, Physics, Statistics and Biology, the Mary Melrose Scholarship for Excellence in Biology and Physics, and the Prize for Proximea Kesset, jointly awarded, donated by the PTA Committee. The Wolf Fisher Memorial Scholarship. This scholarship was established in memory of Sir Wolf Fisher and is to be awarded annually to a student of Epsom Girls Grammar School who plans to enrol in a course of full-time study at a tertiary institution. The recipient is one of the top 3 scholars who has made an outstanding contribution to the school. The Wolf Fisher Memorial Scholarship awardee for 2023 is Lida Bao. And the 2023 Prize for Ducks, donated by Miss M.F.E. Adams, Lida Bao. This year, Lida has been the orchestra leader, including leading at the KBB Music Festival, and a member of the Arts and Cultural Committee and leader of the Chinese Extravaganza Mixed Choir. As leader of SAD, Students Against Dangerous Driving, Lida also took on a regional leadership role for SAD Auckland, participating in the Global Youth Traffic Safety Month webinar, representing New Zealand youth and connecting with SAD USA. She also led activities with community partners and leaders from other schools. Lida has been a peer tutor, a participant in the Otago Senior Science Quiz, a member of Chamber Orchestra and of the string group for Epsom Singers. She has also been recognised with a Student Volunteer Army Bronze Award and an Outstanding Applicant Girl Boss Award. Next year, Lida's intended course is a health science first year with the aim of gaining entry to dentistry in the second year at the University of Otago. Lida's awards today are the Emmons Spencer Physics Prize, the Joy Carter Prize for Chemistry, the Einstein Award for the top science student in Year 13, jointly awarded, the Coralie Blackwell Memorial Prize for English Contemporary, the Te Rōpū Wero Cup for service to the school, jointly awarded, Prize for Distinction in Biology, Chemistry, Physics, and highly commended in English and Statistics, the University of Otago Academic Excellence Scholarship, the John Williamson Scholarship, the Wolf Fisher Memorial Scholarship, and Prize for Ducks, donated by Miss M.F.E. Adams. Thank you, Ms Simpson, Ms Mandino and Ms Deal, and let's show our appreciation of all our presenters who've helped us this afternoon. In a moment, I will ask you to stand for our closing karakia and the school song. Please remain standing at the conclusion of the school song for the recessional as the official party leave the hall.
Kia ora mai tātou. To all the wonderful parents who bear witness to such a wonderful occasion, celebrating the young people of this kura. This karakia is to acknowledge yous and also to acknowledge the new pathways that a lot of young people will be taking. And also there are many young people here who will also prepare for their pathway as well. And so the karakia is about exactly that, and it's called Te Arahau. Me noi tātou. Ko te arahau tēnei kia toka tū manawa o te rangi e tūnei. Kia toka, kia mahaki marire ki tēnei whānau e. Peki tea te patu o te rangi e tohu ana koe. Ko te whiwhinga, ko te rawenga, toka anu, toka hia, toka rinohia. Tohu iwi maire, tohu e kore tai ati tititu. E ko tuku te manu, e kore rāwea, e toko ira. Te kura tākai puna, te manu e tūria, pātiki apu one tango hia ake, waiho ana. Uturu whakamaua kia tīna. Haumi e, hui e, tai ki e. Kia ora mai tātou.
concludes our prize giving. Can I ask that the remaining parents in the hall, if you make your way out now before I release the students, and if you wish to join us over in the JPC for refreshments, you are very welcome.